Fresh off the presses, I told you whenever anything happens, whether it's gargantuan news or minute, I'm going to do an impromptu live stream. The Washington Commanders have just added another addition to their practice squad. They've signed cornerback Kevon Seymour, Kevin or Kevon. It's spelled with an O. If it's Kevin, I'm annoyed. But Kevon Seymour to their practice squad. A sixth-round pick by the Buffalo Bills in 2016. He's appeared in 64 games with 7 starts. He last played for the Baltimore Ravens, where he recorded 31 tackles, a sack, and a pass breakup for his career. He's played for the Panthers, the Eagles, the Buffalo Bills. He has 83 tackles in his career, 8 pass breakups, a forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and a sack back at USC. He started 24 games with 126 tackles in 4 seasons. That is the life of journeyman 30-year-old corner Kevon Seymour. Let's go, Caps. Who is this guy? Amazing question. I have no idea who this guy is, but he looks like a journeyman. He caught on with the Ravens for a little bit. He started 7 games in his career. Hey, maybe what's the corresponding move is what I'm thinking of. Let's put on our theory caps. Let's put on our tinfoil hat for a second. We have one cornerback remaining on the practice squad after elevating Bobby Price last week. That is Chigo Anusiem, a guy who a lot of us fans want to see, the undrafted 6'3" athletic freak corner out of Colorado State. Is he going to be elevated? Is someone being released? What is the corresponding move? And what does this say about the timetable of Emmanuel Forbes' recovery? We added to the practice squad, so nothing major is happening here, but what is the corresponding move to go with this? We had 2 corners on the practice squad originally with Bobby Price and Chigo Anusiem, but we elevated Bobby Price after the injury of Emmanuel Forbes, and Michael Davis got out there and proceeded to stink up the joint in week 2 versus the New York Giants, bro. We all saw it in 4K. Not only did he get beaten coverage all day, he did not want to tackle a grown man. He made a lot of business decisions, and it just looked very soft, and it reminded me of Mike Singletary telling Vernon Davis, can't win with him. What up, Pedro? What up? What's going on? Smash that like in the chat. We're going to keep this one short and sweet today because we're not going to get too long-winded. But Washington adds Kevin or Kevon. It's spelled with an O, so I don't know how it's pronounced. They add Kevon Seymour to their practice squad. Former Carolina Panther, former Baltimore Raven, Buffalo Bill. He's been around in this league, and he's a 30-year-old corner. Another 6-foot corner, because you know Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr., they love a certain type of size profile for their cornerbacks here. I don't think this is the move that requires much conversation. What happens now? Do they just want to have 2 corners on the practice squad ready and available? Or are we elevating Chigo Anusiem? They said, cut Michael Davis. Make sure you smash that like button. You heard my man Armand. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. We're about 30 and some change subscribers away from 13,000. So make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe. St. Juice earned his spot for another 2 weeks. That's what they doing out here. There's some temp workers. Now, St. Juice is going to be starting all year. He's the only solid thing we have. Performance Provision says he's a press corner. So we need another man corner on the roster. If anyone knows anything about this player, please drop your knowledge and tutelage in the chat below, because I have no idea other than he played for USC. And the first thing I saw that came up when I searched his name was someone pancake blocking him when he was in college for USC. But welcome to the squad. You make your way down south a little bit from Baltimore down to D.C. Hashtag raise hell. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Oh, press was for Benjamin St. Juice. Okay. St. Juice is like the only thing we got from a coverage standpoint. But they said who? Mike Jones, trade Forbes. He said you got to have some trade value to get traded, man. You got to have some trade value. But I feel like my appreciation for Forbes may have started to exist after watching Michael Davis play. And I think there was a reason why he gave up. So didn't he give up like 8 touchdowns for the Chargers last year in a dumpster fire year where Brandon Staley got fired? But man, definitely need a press man corner. Manny is a zone corner. That's why he don't fit here. They run a lot of zone, and they're manning guys up on third down, but they're running a lot of zone coverage here at this point. But love the video with Lake today. Appreciate you for watching that. Me and Lake Lewis, we did our weekly wrap up. That got some people crashing out on a Tuesday afternoon. At the end of the day, we all have our own opinions, and we can have objective, impartial NFL discourse. And that's what we do on this channel here. So feel how you want to feel about it. Don't crash out over me. And at this point, some of y'all defend these grown men more than y'all defend your families, but we're not going to go there right now. Trade Forbes and start whoever. Michael Davis is the man. That is an Eagles fan talking right here. What up, Duncan? How you doing, Duncan? What about Stephon Gilmore? He is on the active roster of the Minnesota Vikings right now. There is not much tape at all or highlights from the guy. No, did he? No, did he? Not a good day to be Sean Puffy Cone. Bad boys for life means another thing right now. What did he run in the 40? That's a good question. Somebody search that up for me. I'll look it up as well. But Washington's practice squad currently consists of running back, wide receiver, Casimir Allen, cornerback, Chigo Anusiem, which is a nice 6'2" cornerback, Aneem Dankwa, the big, feel like 6'11", 400-pound guy we brought in from Howard, defensive tackle, Sheldon Day, offensive lineman, Julian Good-Jones, linebacker, Jalen Graham, edge rusher, Andre Jones, defensive tackle, Hagai Busi, however you say that name, cornerback, Bobby Price, who was on the active roster last week. I don't know if he's back on the practice squad or what. Running back, Chris Rodriguez Jr., guard, Max Sharping, newly added corner, Kevon Seymour, wide receiver, Mitchell Tinsley, wide receiver, Bryson Tremaine, tight end, Cole Turner, defensive end, Carlos Watkins, who we brought in last week, former Cowboy, and running back, Michael Wiley. So if things were to change, that is 3 cornerbacks on the practice squad if Price relegates back to the practice squad. So that's Seymour, Price, and Anusiem. Are they saying Forbes is good and guys are going back to the practice squad? Are they calling somebody back up this week? Is it going to be Chigo Anusiem? Who is it going to be? Michael Davis had one of the worst Sundays I've seen. It's not even just the coverage, bro. Like, corners are not expert tacklers. Every cornerback's not going to be Devon Witherspoon. But Michael Davis is not a willing tackler. He's not a participating tackler. He wanted nothing to do with tackling the New York Giants this week. Hey, I saw a typo. Week 3 is Arizona. Oh, is that a typo on... Is that a typo on my page? Did I put week 3 game preview? Did I make a mistake? If so, thank you. I will go back and fix it. But I probably meant to do week 4. Whoops. Big whoops on my side. Thank you for calling that out. Did not realize that I put the week 3 game preview. The week 3 game preview will be Friday with Zim representing Cincinnati and the Cincinnati Bengals. But thank you for letting me know. I will go and fix that as soon as I get off stream. But Washington adds a cornerback to the practice squad. Don't expect nothing available. Xavier Howard is still available. Why couldn't we bring him in? It's a great question. Maybe Xavier Howard, maybe they've reached out to him on the low and he's more interested in joining a contender this year. I would imagine at this point of the year, we're reaching mid to late October. We're mid to late September. I would be picking up the phone for whoever calls, but as a veteran who's made some money in this league and has some weird allegations on his side as well, maybe Xavier Howard is waiting for, shout out to Steven, by the way, 4.39. So he's a 4.3, just about under sub 4.40 guy for Kevon Seymour. So a 6-foot corner with some length and some decent speed. So another guy that can run. Igbenogany is another corner that we already have on the roster. I need him starting if Forbes is not going this week. And at some point, we got to get some of these young guys brought up and seeing what they got off the practice squad. But according to like Xavier Howard, I'm not sure. There has to be a reason for him to be unsigned at this point, because He's not the same corner that he was a few years ago, but T. Higgins is doubtful for Monday. Is he still doubtful? Because I checked on fantasy earlier because he's my flex receiver, and it said he was questionable. I think he goes Monday, but don't y'all think a little of this with T. Higgins is gamesmanship? Like, y'all didn't pay me or give me a long-term deal, and I'm not trying to blow my chances at getting a bag in free agency. I think a little bit of that is gamesmanship on the side of T. Higgins. I think he's going to play. Everybody plays when Washington comes up on the schedule. I like how they stay doing something. Hey, it's a fluid thing. See, we're in an evaluation season. Everything is subject to change. Everything is temporary. We got a bunch of temporary workers. We're looking to see who we're going to hire full time. I remember when I was in high school, I know about y'all too. Did y'all get a seasonal job for the holidays? You go work at the shoe store at the mall, go work at a restaurant or something, just to get you through the holiday season. We're hiring guys just to get us through a season or a part or a portion of the season. And we're seeing what we got on the roster. They added another guy to it. Let's all realize some things. In the NFC East, we scored the most points this week. Jaden has the best quarterback rating after 2 weeks, and we are the only team with a win. Let's fucking go. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Will. I appreciate that. We are in first place right now. We're tied for it. It's a 3-way tie, and since we have a divisional win on our record, Washington sits atop the NFC East. Does that mean anything in the long-term duration of the season? No, but fuck it. We ball. We're in first place right now. We'll take it. We're leaving with something coming out of 2 weeks of the season right now. They're trying to actively change things here. And shout out to Ravi Ray. He said Xavier Howard has a court case he's in trouble for. He sent nudes. So, they did bring that up to an underage boy. He sent like revenge P word to a girl he was dealing with son in early June. That is why teams are not touching him. So everybody in the chat, listen to my boy Ravi Ray. There is a reason why teams are not touching Xavier Howard. So it makes sense now. It all makes sense. I have it clear. I will not forget it. Again, we all want Forbes to pan out. He just hasn't. He's been really bad. But after watching Michael Davis, I'm willing to take another glance. But show me some of Chigo's Anusiem, Bobby Price, Kevon Seymour. We got a bunch of young. Well, not all of these guys are young. We got young guys. We got older guys. We got seasoned guys. We got journeymen. We have a mixed bag of, if it's not working, opposite St. Juice, throw another body in there and see how it plays. If T plays, we need Forbes. Just cast the hand up and suit up. That's what I would think happened. I never broke my thumb. I broke my finger 6 times playing high school football. I used to break my finger. It felt like once a week. I never broke my thumb. I broke my left ring finger twice. I broke my right ring finger, my middle finger, and my index finger. I broke my fingers 6 times, but I never broke my thumb. And things were a little bit different when I was back in high. They would just buddy tape that shit up and say, go see the doctor at the end of the game. And the athletic trainer didn't even want you going to the doctor for real. But for your parents, they would say, yeah, just go to the doctor. But the coaches would try to just get you right back out on the field. He is going to be out a couple of weeks. It seems that way. Whatever we got to do to keep Davis off the field, I'm with it as well. He has to miss a minimum of 4 games, Jordan McGee, starting the season on the IR. It's a minimum of 4 games. The earliest he can return, I believe, is week 5. Who do we got week 5? Cleveland? I believe that's Cleveland week. I believe that's the week we play the massage man, the massage menace, known as the man formerly known as Deshaun Watson, because I don't know who he is now. The things with Forbes is he hasn't even shown flashes. It's just all bad. That's the problem. That's the issue. That's why we're not being too hard on him. We want to see better from him. To my knowledge, good amount. Still wanted him to succeed, even though he wasn't there first. But thanks for letting me know. Yo, nobody's touching Xavier Howard with a funny case. You know how that goes. Caleb Farley, he dealt with a lot. Injuries and I believe his parents passing. He's dealt with a lot in his short tenure in the league. Is he still out there as well? Is he still out there? They said we need Terry to win. Don't say that too loud, man. You might have some people ready to jump you at your doorstep if you have an objective conversation. At this point, signing someone is just pulling up from our cap. No, it's not, though, because signing a player to the practice squad is not touching the salary cap. That's not doing. But I guess you mean like signing an outside to the active roster guy. So yes, I got exactly what you mean. I get it. Oh man, I don't know why. It just happened. It was just fluke shit. I was just breaking fingers left and right. Someone would step on it with a metal cleat, banging against a helmet. I was an edge rusher that used my hands, bro. Apparently, I was using my hands for all destruction, bro. I was just waving them shits around. I was breaking fingers left and right, bro. The ligaments of my ring finger on my left hand they look crazy now, and rings don't even fit how they're supposed to because it kind of sticks out a little farther than it needs to. But I feel like if we give Brian and Eckler the ball and keep Burrow off the field, we can win. It's a tall task, and it's a must-win situation for Cincinnati, but I like our chances, bro. It's Monday Night Football, and Washington's good for a shocker a year, and we going to see if we start cashing in some of them red zone trips, but we're going to preview that game a little bit later in the week. Love to see Adam making moves, doing his best to better this team. We have a bright future. Y'all go ahead and sub up my boy Carter Scores, by the way. Young boy. I believe he's 15, and he's up to 300 subscribers on his YouTube channel now. Make sure you sub up my guy. Anybody in here that got a YouTube channel, ask for the shout out, and I will give it to you. But if I know who you are off rip, I'm definitely always put on for you because I want everybody to eat in this game. Terry isn't a problem. It's not that guys aren't the problem in all caps, but we're allowed to call out what we see, guys. We don't have to act like all our shit here don't stink. Terry, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, we love all of these players, and they all can do better, point blank, period. Deshaun Watson, a quarterback named Slickback. You get it? Slickback? Oh, man. Massage Oil Watson, man. He spelled it differently, so it's a new guy. Rio, you need to drink some milk. I thought I drank milk enough. I thought I was pounding muscle protein shakes and shit with milk in it all the time, but my fingers was breaking every week. So something wasn't mathing right back in the day. We can sign Jimmy Moreland. Does Jimmy Moreland still play football? How do we know Jimmy Moreland doesn't have like a budding rap career at this point of his life? We don't even know what that man is doing. He could have a pastry shop like Brian Arakpo for all that we know. What is Jimmy Moreland up to these days? In Forbes' defense, the last coaching staff forgot long how to teach technique, and even Bland took a minute to get it together. Oh, that is true. But he needs to put the weight on. That's why we need to at least see him this year. That's why he needs to suit the fuck up and splint that hoe up and get back on the football field, because this is a year of evaluation. So if Forbes is not it, he needs to continue to be not it through the duration of a season. We took him with a first-round pick last year. His ass needs to be out on the football field. You know who doesn't need to be out on the football field? Michael Davis. Michael fucking Davis does not need to be out on the football field again. Very unserious corner. I see why they had this nigga playing special teams week 1. Monday night upset. It's possible. Why are they going to sign him when he got a controversy? Yeah. If I forgot that was a thing, I wouldn't touch Xavier Howard. I would not touch him right now. But I see John Allen getting traded. I don't think Peterson is too fond of him, or Adam Peters. It's possible. I don't know. We don't really know what's going on in these guys' head. Lake said the Bengals are anxious for a win that could lead to mistakes. That's a Super Bowl contending team ultimately, so they're going to get it right eventually. Why are they going to I just read that one. On offense, it's still developing. Our passing is conservative. 12 of JD's completions were behind the line of scrimmage. Terry will get some more love eventually. Yeah, they'll get them sprinkle into it. Nikki Jabwala had posted, shout out to Nikki of the Washington Post, probably the best on the beat now covering the team. She posted a picture of Terry McLaurin's first 2 game stats. And from his rookie year, 187 yards in the first 2 games. Second year, 186, 169, 133. And then you get to 2023 and 2024. It's 85 yards down to 39 yards in the first 2 weeks. We're not saying Terry is the problem, but we got to find a way to get the ball to him, bro. He is our number one for now. So Moreland's in the UFL. Shout out to Jimmy Moreland. What up, Vince? Jimmy Moreland got released by the Houston Roughnecks of the UFL in early August. In the 3 years after getting released by Washington, I only think he had 2 special teams tackles. Jag, capital JAG, Jag, but you got fans that will go to ride and bring a militia to your doorstep if you speak negatively on them. Adam Peters, Finesse, Howie. If y'all want to know about the 3rd round pick that we received for Jahan Dotson, through 2 weeks so far, Jahan Dotson has 1 catch for 7 yards. So it's early. He still has time to produce. He still has time to have an 1,000-yard, 10-touchdown season. But Britton Covey and Cal Katera are getting more work than Jahan Dotson. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. He had the 2nd most receiver snaps behind Devontae Smith for the Eagles last night and still only came up with 1 catch for 7 yards. So tells you all you need to know about this guy. I know this isn't popular, but Davis can play. What he put on tape Sunday was horrible. I get it, but I believe he can play. When he has confidence, he can put solid on tape. He hasn't been good for a while. He was a solid contributor for the Chargers. Last year was a dumpster fire for LA. If you're just joining this live right now, smash that like button for your boys. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. We just brought in a corner to the practice squad. Kevon Seymour. Kevon could be Kevin, has an O in it, so I'm going to say Kevon because that's a stupid-ass name if it's Kevin with an O. But I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But former Raven, former Buffalo Bill, former Panther, journeyman, 30-year-old, 6 foot 439 speed corner has been added to the practice squad. And my question earlier was, what is the corresponding move? Because if Bobby Price goes back down to the practice squad, you already have Chigo, Anusiem, and Bobby Price on the practice squad. So what would be the need to have 3? Does that mean someone's coming up? Is Bobby Price coming back on the active roster? Are they going to give undrafted free agent, who we gave a nice little guarantee to be a youthfa, Chigo, Anusiem out of Colorado State? We don't know which one it's going to be, but we'll see. We will see. We could possibly trade Forbes and Mike Davis for a bag of catfish bones and a used condom. That's what the trade value is at this point. You know, the Pat Mahomes talk went to his head. Nah, man, they just don't look good right now. None of the rookies are lighting it up, but our guy does look significantly ahead of Caleb and Bo Nix. And that supporting cast he has in Chicago was supposed to be elite, but none of the rookies are really getting their shit off too crazy yet, but our guy definitely looks good. He looks ready compared to his compared to his counterparts right now. I wonder what we could get for Allen. I'm going to be totally honest. Michael Davis is not getting a 4th ever in any league, not even in Madden. We're looking at best for John Allen, probably an early 3rd round pick. If someone is desperate enough, they got an injury or they just need one more piece added to their defense, maybe someone at the back end of the 2nd round says, fuck it, 2nd round pick. But we being totally honest, a 3rd round pick is the most you're going to, a 3rd round and maybe some type of late round conditional pick for another year is the most we're going to get from. We highly overvalue our players. We're not getting a first. I seen someone say John Allen would get us a 1st and a 3rd on the draft. And I was like, bro, whatever you're smoking, it is the good shit. It is the good shit. How many points the Saints going to score on that Eagles defense? I don't know, but the way Alvin Kamara turned back the clock, they may put some points up on them boys. The New Orleans Saints look good. It's early, and it may be a September fraudulent because those exist in September. If they're doing this shit in October, the difference is they got a Kubiak calling that offense. They got Clint Kubiak calling that offense, and the Shanahan coaching tree is Teflon as hell. It is the shit of folklore and legends. And if you've coached in a room with them boys, you are not only head coaching material, but you are a guru and master of your craft. And he got that Saints offense looking crazy. Oh, you were talking about the 40 time of Jamin Davis, not Michael Davis. Michael Davis ran a 4.56. Not that I don't have hope, but I think the Bengals are going to pull away in the second half. That's probably the reality we face because that's a good football team. Don't look at their record. They do this shit every September. They do this shit every September. They come out, lollygag and bullshit around, twiddling their thumbs, and then around November, we're talking about, is it going to be Burrow versus Mahomes again in the AFC Championship? It's the same shit every year. My mailman could play corner better than Davis. He flips his hits great with good speed when running from dogs. Hey, man, Rock City Park. That sound like you're watching your mailman a little too close, because that was a very in-depth and astute observation. Sounds like you've been taking up a scouting report on your guy. They might get rid of one of the tackles since Newton is healthy again. Yep, what Newton play? 25 snaps? Or was it 15 snaps on Sunday? Who's covering the Cincinnati tight ends? Jeremy Chin. So far, Jeremy Chin has not looked. He's on a 1-year prove-it deal. He has not been proving it through 2 weeks, but it's still early on in the season. Hopefully, our safeties start to turn up a little bit. I would love to have a playmaker and for him to get back to his rookie year type shit. But what up, David? Some of the sophomore players don't look good either. Yeah, Anthony Richardson. Will Levis's coach has come out and berated him to the media 2 weeks in a row. He said, "You're a grown man. You can't do that shit. You can't fumble at the end of the games. You got to take care of the football." So Will Levis's coach is cussing him out. Anthony Richardson has 4 picks in 2 weeks and just lost the game to Malik Willis. Shout out Matt LaFleur, another Shanahan disciple. I told you them Shanahan disciples, man. Them boys are good. And Bryce Young just got benched. So if you take CJ Stroud out the equation, because he is the anomaly, he is the outlier, he is the one that does not fairly compare to the rest of the young crop of quarterbacks, Jaden is the next guy on the list. And I love that because we haven't even unleashed him yet. They are developing him a little bit at a time. They're going to open up the offense more over these weeks, but let's stay on the defensive side of the ball. I'm trying to stay on topic. We are talking about the practice squad and the defensive side of the ball. How about them Cowboys? How about them? How about them Cowboys? How about them? Laugh at a Cowboys fan when you see them today, because the Cowboys and the Eagles are arrogant as hell. Y'all know I was in Chip's DMs last night after that Atlanta Falcons game. They let primetime Kirk go down the field in 58 seconds, 70 yards for the touchdown, and all that shit Chip and them boys be talking. It's nice to see a chink in their armor early on in the season. Early 3rd round pick and a mid-5th. The 5th will probably be in 2026. I take it in a heartbeat. If someone's offering it, take it. Siebert about to go 8 for 8. So he set the franchise record. He going for the NFL record in week 3. Screw the Bengals. Let's do this. Fuck them. What up, Merle? Can we give Tyler Biadasz some love? He faced Dexter Lawrence 6 times, only giving up 1 sack. Shout out to Tyler Biadasz, new addition to the team, coming over from Dallas, one of our priority free agent signings this offseason. It looked rough in week 1, and there were times in this game, but he went up against a premier defensive tackle, Dexter Lawrence, and he held his own. He did give up a sack, but most are going to against this guy. Allen would definitely be traded at the deadline. We may be sellers, because we were prophesizing in the chat earlier, and we said, you know what would be nice in 2025? To have enough ammunition that we can get back into the first round. We tried our damnness last year to get back in the first round and get one of those tackles, a Tyler Guyton or someone of the likes this year. I would like Washington to get 2 first-round picks in the 2025 draft. So whatever it takes to load up the ammunition so that we can shoot up draft boards and get another good value first-round pick next year, I'm here for it. The roster is a week-to-week fluid situation. Do not be surprised at anything that comes. Trade Jonathan Allen for New Orleans cornerback Marshawn Lattimore. I keep seeing people bring up Lattimore. Is Lattimore demanding or requesting a trade? Because those trades sound good to put together in our heads and on Madden, but it don't usually work like that, because good corners, for the most part, are retained. They're retained and extended, and Marshawn Lattimore, he's still a good corner. He's not what he was 3 years ago, but he's still a good corner. Washington can win if they get Jamar Chase into his feeling. Yeah, they got to get him crashing out. Jamar Chase was crashing out versus the Chiefs, but the Chiefs do that to him. He has a thing against the Chiefs. He couldn't even say Patrick Mahomes' name in the top 100 countdown. So the crash outs come when he plays against them. You know what else can help our secondary? Some pass rush. Oh, yeah. Dorrance Armstrong, you're making $15 million a year. Let's get to the quarterback. Cleveland Farrell has our only 2 sacks. Is Cleveland Farrell an elite pass rusher? No. He fell into 2 sacks, but I'll take him because he actually did corral the quarterback. I'm tired of us being close, but no cigar. We're allowed to rush the quarterback. Everything's not going to result in a sack, but at least force a damn incompletion. No, Jamin Davis did not play, and Dan Quinn on Tell the Truth Monday, his explanation for such was that with Johnny Newton on a pitch count in his debut, they wanted to keep 5 active defensive tackles. Therefore, they've trimmed the fat on the edge rusher. So Jamin Davis lost to the numbers game last week. Bryce Young is rumored to be traded to Miami since Tua's going on IR. I don't know. They signed Tyler Huntley. They signed the former Ravens backup quarterback, Tyler Huntley, if I'm correct. But Bryce Young, I doubt they're trading him this early, though. Cincinnati win. I hope it's close. As long as we keep it close, we show up and we don't embarrass the family on national TV. I'm cool with it. Make sure y'all smash that like button for your boy. We're going to get in and out of here in a second, but we got too many people in here to end the chat right now, so let's keep it going. Tyler Biadasz, shout out to him. Jamar Chase is going to tear up the cornerbacks, and that's what he does. So he should tear up these cornerbacks. He tears up good cornerbacks. Jamar Chase is a top 3 to 4 receiver in this league. Skins will win a tough one in prime time. I like it. I like it. I like it. We're transitioning our conversation into week 3. We've got week 2 out of our system, Victory Monday, all that shit. We are now transferring to week 3. We can start looking at this Bengals matchup. Skins fan all day said we're going to beat the Bengals. Everyone is counting us out. Of course, not a soul is going to pick us to win this game. Not a single soul on TV, on the radio, or anything. Is this DB a man corner? I'm trying to figure it out right now. I don't know. I'm not able to find much when I search his name. The first thing that came up when I looked him up was that he got pancaked when he was at USC. But he's recovered a couple fumbles. He has 84 career tackles or something like it. He started in 7 games in his career. He was drafted in the 6th round back in 2016. So this is his 8th season in the NFL. But we got to see what the board looks like before we try. Oh, yeah, of course. But I would like to at least have the ammunition on deck and ready to shoot our shot for when we do get on the board, because I would love to come home with two picks on night 1. But yes, the board does matter. So yeah, hold your horses, Mario. Hopefully St. Juice can build off of his just dropped the government name and everything. Hopefully St. Juice can build off of his previous performance. Shout out to Benjamin St. Juice. We call him Le Vogue in the chat. He saved us on Sunday. Without him forcing the turnover, the Giants put more points on the board, and we probably do not win that football game. Will Jamin Davis be traded soon? I'm not sure. I'm also not sure what the trade value is, but guys still hold on to how they evaluated guys coming out. So there could be someone interested in his skill set, but I don't think Jamin Davis is going anywhere. I think they're going to give him this 1-year trial as a defensive end. It depends on who's the board. I'm leaning cornerback because it's the biggest need on the team, but it depends. And if Travis Hunter's on the board, my answer is yes. I got to head out. Good stream. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up in a second. Won't pay Hassan Reddick the bag he is looking for. I mean, at 30, 31, why not give him a couple years of bag? But the Jets kind of are stuck now. They kind of have to pay Hassan Reddick. Their best edge rusher, Jermaine Johnson, is out for the season with a ruptured Achilles. So they kind of don't have a choice but to pay him at this point. I say we beat them so bad they trade Higgins this year before week 6. That would be fire. You know, it'd be more fire if they traded him here. But we'll get a chance to talk to T. Higgins. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent next year because they're not giving him another franchise tag, and they're going to have to give the bag to Jamar Chase. Also have Burrow's deal that counts significantly against the cap, and they cannot pay both of those guys. So, hey, we're going to have our chance at everybody next year. We're going to establish an identity. We're going to be a destination people are looking forward to in free agency, and we're going to have over $100 million in salary cap next year. I want Travis Hunter. Let's speak it into existence. Love that guy. And I'm playing him at wide receiver, maybe situational emergency corner. I'm not trying to full-time have a guy playing both ways because I don't know. I don't feel like that's an NFL thing in 2024. And I don't want to do that to I don't want to run all the tread off that tire before his rookie contract is done. If the rest of the defensive backs can step their game up like Benjamin St. Juice did, Washington can win this game Monday night. I think it's possible. We've won games with worse odds before. I'm going to need Allen and Payne to show up in a major way. We got the world watching, y'all. Don't embarrass the family. When we come on prime time, my biggest thing for this team in prime time, we got 2 games this year. Unless one gets flexed out due to importance during the last couple weeks of the season, are 2 primetime games this year. This one coming up on Monday, which is a doubleheader. That doesn't bother me. Let me know if that bothers you, by the way. It doesn't bother me that we're the second of a doubleheader on Monday night. And we also go up to the link for a Thursday nighter on Amazon Prime versus the Philadelphia Eagles. When we play in these primetime games, please just don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass the family when you send your kids out to field trips, to go spend the night at a friend's house, to school-sanctioned events. You always say to your kids, don't embarrass me. Don't make us look stupid. You may say it to your significant other, your spouse, or somebody too. Don't make me look stupid. You may not get the result you desire, but don't make us look stupid in front of the world, y'all. Don't make us look crazy in front of the world. So I just want to see us go out there, execute a little bit, grow. I want to see my quarterback take another step. I want to see us learn how to convert some of these red zone trips into touchdowns, because we're third in getting to the red zone, but we're like 24th in converting in the red zone. And the math ain't mathing there, but we're taking steps as a young franchise. Don't embarrass the family in prime time. About to wrap this stream up. Smash that like button on your way out. Thank you for the over 400 to 500 people that pulled up in this chat. What's the next move at cornerback, y'all? What's it going to be? Why is there 2 Monday night games? That's a great question. I don't know, but it's going to somehow result to a money grab, because it always is with this team. Hawk. Appreciate you for the $9.99 donation. Here's to us finding the next Brandon Browner Sherman combination. Dan Quinn, put it together. You've seen greatness before. Do it again. Thank you for the super chat, because I am ending this stream about now. What up, Todd? I can't wait for Monday. I cannot wait either. I will be doing a doubleheader watch party, which is only going to be about an hour for us. I'm starting my watch party for Monday Night Football at 7 p.m. on Monday, and we're going to go to the end of the Washington Bengals game. We're going to hit end stream, and we're going to do like a midnight post-game Washington Commanders edition. Y'all know the vibes. There's going to be a stream and a video, and or both of them on the regular basis as we're transitioning into full-time content creation. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. If you haven't watched my video with Lake Lewis from earlier today, wrapping up week 2 and shepherding us into week 3, make sure you go like that as well. Thank you all for rocking with your boy. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. Commander Rio is out.